And it's lights out and away we go for the beginning of round 3 of season 6 of the NABS Championship. Right here, drivers are getting in to turn 1. A little bit off on the camera and a contact getting all through. Tony Turpinant going into a live axe. More action and more cars from the back as a reserve car from Ishmael Martinez is going to be off on the side. At the crest right now, will we see any contact? Dennis Phil-McCrack. Let's see here. Oh, a contact from one driver to another, sending Axel Gonzalez flying in to Phil McCrack, and he will indeed have to pay a tall price for that one. Downhill braking zone right here, a couple of 2 wides as we find Duck, Axel Gonzalez, Jacob Ordonez, Stephen Cheese get in a battle right here as more contacts going off on the exit as a couple cars were coming in with some heat, and Shinso Kran's going to be off the line right there. And T-Ball still steady on his lead right now. Cheese looking to send it on the inside line. A little bit of lockup there from the right front tire, but just straight as we get on board here with 13bot going inside line 3 wide into turn 3. Will 13bot be able to hold it? No contacts right there. 6 on Timmy's are side by side, and now 13bot ahead, and this might be what it takes to win a race, but will it be what it takes right here to defend from 2 drivers as Timmy's looks for it, and Sixta as well? There is nowhere to go for Sixta. Hold on through as he's got both cars right in front of him, battling it out, going double filed. These 3 are absolutely locked in, and no one is yielding. Stephen Cheese, who's got a contact right here, or maybe went into the wall. Cheese looks to dive in, goes to the inside, doesn't have anywhere to go really, especially with that shaky motion. That is going to be a crash. Gets right on the edge. A contact between both of them. A race disqualification as a result. There you go, Dakota going in for the move. Showing the cards for the outside, but dove into the inside line. Sixta got his car right where it needed to be to SVR Fishman fishing for a win. Raymond going to be going off a little bit wide, getting a freebie position for SVR. Bit of dirty air, the wash there, the understeer, you can tell it's getting there. As Nigo, and oh my goodness, Nigo and SVR double stream curse. Just one moment ago, they were floating for 9 laps, and then Galaxy decides to turn the camera on, and he's fishing for a curse right here. I said, yeah, T-Ball still running away with this, drifting out through the corners, pushing the car to the limits in Q1. 13bot now out of the mix. Right there, that was forming between Sixta and Timmy's. Went down a little bit too much onto the rear end. Spin out off the track for 13bot. He manages not to lose too much time. As Timmy's now getting into the pits. So let's see if we're going to be getting any undercuts here today. If it comes down to the tires, I would say Timmy's would have the undercut. And oh my goodness, yes, that's right. The undercut is looking good right now. Timmy's here, who's getting out on fresh tires. Sixta and Timmy's, was he able to get the undercut? And Timmy's not able to make the undercut. Sixta still landed ahead of him, but with the straight line speed and the tires at the optimal temperature, perhaps he does manage to get through. Sixta is jumping on in. These 3 drivers actually are fighting for it right now, as Niche is managing to hold it down. A few drivers are doing a great job here of allowing the space, a little bit of touching, a little bit of peeking over. Oh, look like Martinez spun up right here. Will he be able to get back out on the track? He's going to hold up the exit, and Six had to brake to avoid a collision. As now through goes Dakota. The amount of cars that are on the track is just insane. Like, who's just ahead of Dakota right now is Daniel J is really looking to put on the pressure with some of this that's happening. And a contact. 50 cars out on the track. He was going for the inside line right there and got kind of turned into. The line closed in on him really quickly, and that caused a collision. T-Ball on the race restart. It's going to be up to him to set us off for this race restart. Jumps before the corner. Maybe no one was expecting that, and there's still some drivers who are at the top of the crest who are still not gone yet, and here we are as we're getting back into racing conditions as the safety car restart at lap 30, and one car is out wide and into the barrier. for Volvo. That's going to be an unfortunate one. Open it up into the safety car restart. Steven G is going to be jumping on to the inside line. Makes the move up ahead. He's battling side by side with 13 Bot as we see a few more moves right here. Phil McCrack back in the action. Jacob Martinez getting shoved off wide from Raymond. Garfield Couch is in here. Abdo Sim is getting involved. It's a very difficult spot to nail the overtake, but when you do it right, it is a possibility. As a move getting sent down here, Niche and Piz with Spider Monkey. His teammate was going to be able to try and go for the move on Niche, and Spider Monkey with the double overtake, and then a spin out wide, and that's going to be two teammates colliding into each other. Dakota finds his way on the inside line up into P3, keeps the car grounded right there, makes it stick. Timmy 6, a 13 Bot, gonna see the move happen. We're on board with the Volvo, the number 95. Taking that curve action right there to get the rotation. Finds a car on the exit. Nigo manages to drop it, and no curse for Nigo. Mitch is out on the track with his last set of tires. He's got, you know, a little bit of traffic ahead. Dakota just out of the pits. Fresh tires for Dakota, still ahead of 13 Bot, still ahead of Raymond, Axel Gonzalez, and M. Timmy's. And it's going to be Mitch looking for it now. Only a second away from our would-be leader, T-Ball right now. Sixta goes in for the move. Daniel's holding the speed on the outside very well, so he's going to be able to stick the side-by-side here, getting in to the next section of the track. And Sixta has to hold on to the slipstream for a little bit more. Mitch has closed the gap down. He's now into DRS zone and is coming down to the last little bits right here as Sixta and Daniel J, the current leaders of the race right now, on a different tire strategy, are battling it out at the front. Sixta and Daniel are going to the end on these tires, and they are battling. They might be finding struggles than what they planned for here on their strategy. Mitch and T-Ball battling it out. 5 laps of racing right here as M. Timmy's and 13 Bot are still going at it, and a contact from M. Timmy's onto 13 Bot, and 13 Bot going to be spun out, completely reversed. The soft tires be able to catch up to the medium tires of Daniel J and Sixta, who are battling up front before Daniel is no longer in the slipstream, and he's also spun out on the final corner. There won't be that much left in the tires. Will he be able to manage this? T-Ball is just getting absolutely super close to Sixta right here. Sixta doesn't look like, with the tires, he's losing it on the rear. He might not have the pace. He lets his teammate T-Ball through, and now Sixta will be able to try and do a defense. Mitch knows this, and he knows that his tires are better. His grip is better. Small contact between the two. He's trying to get around him as soon as possible. The dream for Mitch to be able to try and get a win for this race as he gets on through. 1.2 seconds from T-Ball. No DRS activation. Final 3 laps right here as Sixta was trying for a move, but Mitch stays ahead. He has the grip, and now he has the slipstream. 13 Bot is on the hunt. Steven Cheese made the pass. 13 Bot be able to make it back right here. 2 laps left to go. Goes in for the move, but doesn't end up sticking it just yet. Might try it for the last lap. Sixta just out like a flopping fish right now with the tires that he's got, trying to bring the car home right now, bring home points for McLaren. 3 cars right up ahead, and Mitch is going to be trying to catch it, but he also has traffic, and both cars have managed to be in a complete swarm at the end of this race. Mitch not able to catch the time up. A battle between M. Timmy's and Sixta as Sixta loses another spot. Big turn of events right here as our race winner. We're just catching it right at the end. T-Ball is going to be winning this one right now. Mitch is getting in through with the P2, and Dakota managing with the strategy to find his way back in and gets a podium for another NABS race. We'll see you for next week at Montreal in Canada for a beautiful round 4. See you guys next F1 Friday.